Hey ghouls and goblins, this is Raven from Raven's Reviews, and welcome back to my channel. Happy spooky season! Oh my goodness, I cannot tell you how beautiful this month has been. I have been going back and watching all of the classics right now as we film. I was watching Final Destination, which was all of the business. But let's get straight into this magical video. So today, you already know Madam Glam, our favorite vegan, HEMA-free, cruelty-free, 21 free formula, y'all. They came up with a new palette, y'all. I'm screaming. This is called the Harmony Palette. It is their very first pressed pigment nude palette. And y'all, this is so perfect for fall. This is launching today, baby. So have no fear. Run on over to madamglam.com. And as of today, October 13th, this Harmony palette is available. Now, I am squealing because not only does this have some of the gorgeous, like the most gorgeous nudes I've ever seen, but there's a chrome in here, y'all. And I'm gonna be dishing the dirt. Well, there's no dirt. There's just all of the magic. So I have some tea for y'all. Now, this is why I love to do science, and when I did the previous pigment palette video, which was the fairy pigments and the tropical, that was my first time testing out and trying this matte formula. So in the instructions, it tells you to apply velvet matte top coat and cure 1 minute or 2 minute by UV lamp, and then apply, I'm sorry, there's a cruise ship beside me. Apply pigment to the nail, remove any excess, and apply a top coat and cure. Well, I've got tea for you, because since some of these pigments are different, so we're talking chromes versus the matte pigment, they apply different. So I'm going to give you all of the tea so you do not have to faff, and you're going to have perfect nails every time. So first of all, I'm going to show you what not to do. So do not just cure your top coat, and I like to do it for 30 seconds when rubbing on chrome, but not every chrome acts the same, right? Just like people, we all are different, and if you apply it just straight 30 seconds and rub it on, you're gonna get it very patchy, so don't do this. But what you should do is get a little bit of alcohol, so you can either get your 70, I prefer 91 to 99. You completely wipe that nail, wipe it down. Now, with a no wipe, there is no tacky inhibition layer, but this is like, it defies all of the science. You have to wipe down the entire nail and then apply your chrome, and you will be shooketh how smooth this applies. And I remember the first time I was in the salon and I saw her put the no wipe top coat on my nails, on my little phalanges, and she was going to go in with the chrome, and then she started wiping the nails. And I was like, I have never seen them wipe the nail and then put chrome on. Like, what kind of magic is this? But little did I know I was going to come across a gorgeous chrome that needed this same technique. So it's really important to note, as I was saying before, these are matte pigments. So let me just quickly, 8 of these are matte pigments, and then 1 would be a chrome. So there's a differing amount, like in each one of these palettes, the fairy, the tropical, and the harmony, mixture of like shimmers or chromes versus matte. So the shimmers and chromes are going to go on so much better this technique I've shown you, and then the matte is going to go just like that. Matte goes on matte. So it's really like foolproof and easy once you know how to work with it to get the most flawless nails. And y'all, I am so impressed now that I have troubleshooted and figured out the best possible way of application. There's going to be all of the designs with all 3 palettes. I am shooketh. This silver holographic chrome stole my heart. The moment you seal that in with the no wipe top coat, it is like a thermal glow happens. You can see pinks, yellows, greens, reds, like the way the rainbow refracts, like the light refracts off of this is just absolutely out of this world. This palette would have been a miss without something like this to kind of bring everything together, and it just makes it so versatile. So in this video today, I'm going to show you not only how to do seamless ombres, I'm going to do a mixture of almost all of the nudes so that you can see how this color story, oh my goodness, chef's kiss, Madam Glam. It is absolutely perfect. Oh my gosh, y'all. Okay, do you see with the light? Do you see with the phone light? I just want to sing all of the things. The way this comes through, it is just drop dead gorgeous. So the next one that we have up, I used the Perfect White matte, cured that for 30 seconds, and then going straight in. Now I found with this makeup applicator, or just your finger, you will get the most opacity. But I also show you with the eyeshadow brush how you can get like a lighter coverage. And then as well, I just literally ripped. That's an interesting word that I just tried to say there. I ripped a piece of the Madam Glam foam, like Mama does nails. She is such a genius. When she showed me that lives rent-free in my brain all the time. Whenever I need a good sponge, I just grab my VIP shipper. So I quickly go into just showing all three of those so you can see how each medium, or rather each tool, really changes like the opacity on this. I am just so tickled. I want to say tickled pink, but I'm tickled nude. Gosh, that sounds really wrong. But honestly, this was so much fun to play with, and instantly I was getting like giraffe spots almost, like it was giving me very like giraffe skin, if you will. I really love the fact that they have a ranging of nudes, and they even have like a very like a burnt orange almost, and then there is like a dusty rose, and then these just stunning nudes. So no matter what you select, you're going to be so impressed. But also, because this has a matte finish, the moment that you seal it in with like a base coat or your top coat, you're going to see a color change. So I cannot wait to show you this when I do my little swipe, but it deepens the color. And I was so impressed because without an airbrush, it gives that very soft airbrush feel. So I was just like, okay, Madam Glam, come through. I am so, like, my review for these is definitely a 10 out of 10. Once you know the best surface to apply them, you are going to be cooking with gas. So again, I did all the faffing for you guys, so you do not have to faff. And if you just follow these techniques, you're going to be able to use this. This is so beginner friendly. It doesn't matter if you've been doing nails for years or if literally you are on your first nail ever. Using these tips and tricks, you will have the smoothest coverage. And I really do, like, especially when you're doing nail art and character art and all of these things, you can dream up a background so quick and have the most flawless ombres with these pressed pigments. And again, this completely takes the mess factor out. So you are not concerned that you're going to have little pieces of pigment everywhere. This is pressed for the golds. And the only thing is that you have to make sure you have enough product. So when I do that little swipe with the application brush and try to get that chrome on there, it would never be full coverage. So I did have to dip in a couple of times to fully cover the nail. But with that technique of completely wiping that nail down with alcohol, you can go back in as much as you want until you've fully covered the surface. So I love that. Now, I would be amiss to do this stunning nude nail without adding some gold in there, because baby, gold and nudes, ooh, match made in heaven. So I am just quickly taking these gorgeous unicorn tweezers that Envy sent out. I am in love with them. They're so beautiful. She actually sent me an entire care kit for my natural nails. So it had like a cuticle pusher, cuticle nippers, tweezers, and one other item that was all of this like I call this gunmetal. I'm obsessed with this rainbow. If anybody knows, like, the exact, like, chrome rainbow, if you know any powders, like pigment powders or chromes that move like that, please let me know, because since the beginning of my nail journey, I've literally been in search for a chrome that looks like what's on this tweezers. So really the goal of this video was not only to share some tips and tricks, but to show you like fast and easy ways that you can use this pressed pigment palette for the most delicious, I think I'm just inventing words today. For the most delicious fall manicure nails. So the vision for this is cheetah print. So I wanted to kind of do the gold in like a haphazard way, so then I could just go in with Madam Glam's black gel paint and frame those areas so that we could get all that cheetah girls feel. So first I am just going to seal this in so that when I am painting the nail art, we do not have a golden mess all over the place. And there was this vision I had when I was looking at the chrome that, you know, the trending skeleton nails, I really wanted to do that, but do it with like the holographic base instead of white, but a black background. Does that make sense? So I wanted to do it all on black, put the chrome on, carve out those skeleton phalanges using like a top coat and curing that and then wiping off the excess, so the only thing that's left is the skeleton holographic bones. So we are also going to be doing that today. So I am just going to leave you to watch this. This will be a watch me work, a watch me demo, baby. And I'll be back towards the end. But I really hope that you love this brand new pressed pigment palette from Madam Glam. Thank you, Madam Glam, for sending this out. Oh my gosh, this was a surprise package. I had no clue, and the moment it arrived, I had to message my beautiful representative, and I'm like, so Detective Raven was on the case, and I don't see this palette anywhere. Is this a new launch? And sure enough, it was. So this launches today. The Tropical Pigment palette sold out very quickly. The only thing left is the Fairy palette. So if these colors touch your heart, I'd urge you to run on over and pick these up before they sell out. I hope you enjoy the demos, and I'll be back in towards the end. But thank you so much for coming in and spending a part of your day with me. I'd love to hear in the comments down below what you thought about this palette, the tips and tricks, and the nail art we did. I'll see you shortly. I hope you enjoy the magic. Between that seamless ombre and now this design, I am shooketh. Whew, Madam Glam was not playing around. I love the quality of these pigments and the color story. It's just a match made. The way that these colors go together, I am all of the shooketh. Thank you for coming into another review and science video. I hope you found these tips and tricks helpful, and this definitely is like a part 2 to the very first video with the tropical pigments and the fairy, because now with these tips you will have no issue. You will just be having the most perfect manicure. Again, Madam Glam, thank you so much for sending out these goodies, and my beautiful nail family, thank you for spending a part of your day with me. I pray this video found you so well. Be kind to one another, and I cannot wait to see you in the next video. Mwah. Thanks again for watching.